Hi, this is Kerry Artek with Wicked Stocks, bringing you the Daily SPY Report for Friday, December 10th, 2021. I just wanted to mention that on Monday, we begin the Daily Triple Q Report. I think that's what I'll call it, the Daily Qs. No, I think it'll be the Daily Triple Q Report, like the Daily SPY Report. The Daily Triple Q Report starts Monday. It'll be a daily analysis, identical really to the SPY, except we'll be analyzing the triple Q. So each video will be anywhere from 7 to 12 minutes long, and it'll cover the upside, downside, short-term, mid-term, long-term trend identifier, support, resistance, so forth and so on. Please click like. If you are watching the Daily SPY Report right now, please click like. If you like the Daily SPY Report on a daily basis, obviously it's a daily report, please click like each and every time. That actually helps me out a great deal with regard to the Wicked Stocks YouTube presence. Also, click subscribe. Subscribing to the Wicked Stocks YouTube channel will apprise you of notifications each and every time new content has been uploaded to the Wicked Stocks YouTube channel. The Daily SPY Report is generally uploaded by around 6 p.m. Central Standard Time, Chicago, each and every trading day the night before. And so that's really all I'm going to say. Just another reminder, the Triple Q starts Monday. And at the end of this video, I'm actually going to show you a few charts of the Triple Q just to sort of warm us up to the Triple Q analysis. All right. This is a daily chart. As usual, I begin with the daily bar chart of the SPY. And if you've been watching the Daily SPY Report for the last few days, you know that there is a channel top that I've been mentioning that was in the 470 handle just a couple of days ago, is now at 469.77. It did essentially contain the weekly highs. Wednesday, we came very close to testing it. And then on Thursday, we fell off. And so this is our area of resistance that can still contain buying through next week, and below which this market remains prone to falling back over the next 3 to 5 weeks to meaningful support at 443.94. And I like 443.94 as a potential objective to the downside so long as we're below 469.77, in part because there's a channel bottom now. The top of which is 469.77, the bottom is in the 440s. And it is dropping at a daily basis, and that 443.94 is rising. It all comes together in about a week or two. And so there's a lot going on down there, and I think this market can, this is the last time I'll say it, over the next 3 to 5 weeks, fall back into the 440s. Does that mean you should be short right now? Well, you know, there is one way to answer that, yes. Depends on your trading time frame, though. You know, I am actually quite reluctant, if you've noticed, to tell you that you should be getting short here and you should cover the short position here and you should buy here and place your stop loss there. I recognize, I've been doing analysis for 25, 30 years, primarily in the commodity markets for institutional trading firms, hedge funds, so forth and so on. And I think that my biggest service can be just sort of painting the broad brushstroke, you know, not really getting involved in your trades. Every trader is different. Some traders are more aggressive. They like to sell on strength, which would be the 469.77 channel top, and others like to watch the market play out and sell on weakness, which could be yesterday's settlement below Wednesday's low, which is a sign of weakness after having tested resistance. Now, some of you are just aggressive day traders, and you go home with nothing on the sheets every night. You know, there's no position that you're holding overnight. I think that's great. And so you're using these levels to sort of trade off of throughout the day. And so who am I to say that you should get short here and long there? And so I don't know why I'm, diving too deep in the weeds on this. I've had some questions about it, and I can sort of sense the frustration with some of the viewers as to, well, what are you, bearish? Are you bullish? I can't really tell. And so what I'm saying here, and I'll say it again, holding below 469.77, we can over the next 3 to 5 weeks fall to 443.94, but if we close above 469.77, then we should over the next week or two push yet again to long-term resistance, presently in the low 480s. Let's take a look at the downside, that the 458.85 formation remains in play over the next 3 to 5 days. We could probably narrow that now to 2 to 3 days following Thursday's settlement below Wednesday's low, which is a bit of a sell signal in and of itself. It's not a highly reliable one, but after having tested resistance at 469.77, odds favor continued descent, and we can, over the next day or two perhaps, test that 458.85 intermediate channel structure. Let's take a look at the support and resistance level actually for today. I still have 466.56. We did close below it, so if we open below it, it is our early morning ceiling, so to speak, and below which 461.95 is likely today, where we can place a daily low. Now, it is a Friday, and Fridays tend to be highly volatile, or they can be volatile trading sessions. So if we break 461.95, we just might actually test that 458.85 intermediate channel structure on an intraday basis, where once again we can bottom out into later next week, and from there rally back into the upper 460s again, that 469.77 channel top within about 3 to 5 days. I've been mentioning how we could trade inside that band all the way through next week. But if we close below 458.85, that for me is kind of the final shoe to drop in terms of are we going to test 443.94 or aren't we? I'm calling it a 3 to 5 week downside. Likelihood is probably too strong a word, but I just say that the market is prone to falling back into the 440s over the next 3 to 5 weeks below 469.77, and if we close below 458.85, we are then likely a week or two away from testing 443.94, where we can bottom out through January trade, and from there consolidate and rotate back to new highs within a month or two of that. Let's talk upside today. If we happen to push or open above the 466.56 intraday resistance level, if we happen to push or open above it, 469.77 is in reach today, where once again we can top out through next week, and I'll say it for the last time, below which 443.57 is in reach over the next 3 to 5 weeks. If we push through 469.77, we actually may reach that 473.54 high on an intraday basis, and that was put out on November 22nd. That is actually attainable today if we push through 469.77. And then, of course, if we close above 469.77, we should then, over the next week, two at the very most, reach back into the, well, that would be a new all-time high, of course, but I say reach back up to that long-term trend line, which stretches back about a year and a half now at 481.27. You can see that here. And it is also, along with the 483.24 more recent channel top, our long-term resistance right now above the market that, if tested over the next couple of weeks, can contain longer-term buying pressures, which is to say at least through January, possibly into later Q1, and from there we can fall off over the following month or two. And inversely, if we were to close above the 483.24 area over the next few weeks, we have a long-term buy signal that should accelerate bullish momentum over the next 3 to 5 months. I would then expect the 540s to 550s. I showed that in a couple videos ago. Let's take a look quickly at the QQQ. Just a reminder, we have a channel top that we tested a few weeks ago. This is a daily chart, by the way, and you can see my QQQ analysis on a week-by-week basis. I put out that weekly DIA, IWM, and QQQ video that's on the Wicked Stocks channel. You could see the most recent one from last Sunday. But this is on the daily chart at 413.24. And so having tested it, the market can, over the next month or two, fall back to 367.68 channel support. And in fact, preceding 413.24, there is a decent, kind of a textbook channel top at 401.70. 401.70 for the QQQ, and I don't see us testing it today, but you never know, can contain buying through next week. It's very similar to that 469.77 level in the SPY, in that it can contain weekly buying pressures, and below which the QQQ can fall back over the next 3 to 5 weeks or sooner to the 367.68 channel bottom. I'll zoom in a little bit here and just show you that the high of the low from last week is 392.34, and if we were to close below that, that would close the gap that played out a few days ago when we gapped above that entire area on the Omicron kind of neutralizing news. Was that Monday or Tuesday? That would have been Tuesday of this week, where we gapped, there was an impressive gap, obviously, and then the follow-through rally, new highs for the next couple of days. Yesterday, actually Thursday, we put out a key reversal high, the bearish engulfing pattern, I think it's called, in candlesticks. We put out a new high following the low last week, and we closed below the preceding day's low. So that in itself is a sign of weakness for the triple Q. Breaking 392.34 should add weakness to today. I'm not giving you well-defined support and resistance levels like I do with the SPY. That will come with the triple Q video next week. But if we close below 392.34, then the odds are even greater that we will, over the next 2 to 3 weeks, fall to that 367.68 channel bottom, where the triple Q can bottom out through January trade. I think that that's all that needs to be said. I'll leave you with the support and resistance levels for today. Just a reminder that all of the minor points are carefully chosen. So if you're an aggressive day trader, each of those levels is a tradable level. It's just that they don't have the strength, in my opinion, to contain daily highs or even intraday highs. And when I say intraday, that 466.56 level, when I say can contain intraday weakness, I'm not just talking for, 5 minutes on a 5-minute bar chart. I'm talking for, an hour or 2 or 3, a good part of the day. It's not strong enough necessarily to contain daily highs or lows. That is actually mentioned already. For instance, in today's 461.95, that can contain session weakness. Session containment, 2 to 3 day containment, the 2-star levels, weekly containment, the 3-star levels, so forth and so on. They're all emboldened in dark print so that you can see where this market could actually, where the more notable levels are. So anyway, I've digressed a lot in this video. I don't know how long it is, but it went on too long. I appreciate you sticking with me this far. Please click like, please click subscribe. It helps me out a great deal. I'll be back with Monday's Daily SPY Report and the Daily Triple Q Report. That'll come out Sunday afternoon for the Monday report. And that's all I've got to say for today's Daily SPY Report. You have a great weekend, and we will talk soon.